So, good afternoon and welcome into Joe Martin Field for the final game of 3 between these two teams that met in a West Coast League Championship game last year, and they've split the first 2 games here in Bellingham. It's the Portland Pickles here on the road taking on your Bellingham Bells. Yesterday, the Pickles, a dominant win over Bellingham, 6-0 as the Bells get shut out here at home. Last night, the Pickles, 6 runs, all coming in the 7th and 8th innings after the Bellingham Bells starter, Brody Olmstead, had a great start. 5 scoreless innings for Olmstead, but Portland went on to get the win. Saturday's game began as a pitcher's duel, but Portland scoring those 4 runs in the 7th and then 2 in the 8th led them to a 6-0 win on June 13th here at Joe Martin Field. The Bells were held to just 4 hits and now looking to take the series over the Pickles in today's 1:35 p.m. start time. Brody Olmstead was strong through a 5-inning start. He only allowed 2 hits and a walk, kept Portland scoreless through his start, but the Pickles starter, Rafael Espinoza, matched Olmstead with 5 shutout frames, and the game was even as both squads entered their bullpens. Braden Blackwell for Bellingham pitched a scoreless 6th inning, but in the 7th allowed 2 hits and a walk, and Portland scored its first 2 runs. He was relieved with only 1 out in the inning by Joel Votipka making his debut. Votipka walked 2 batters before hitting a batter that added to the Pickles' lead. He surrendered a single for the 4th run in the inning, and then Silas Stenerson had to come in and finish the inning for the final out. That was 3 arms for the Bells that pitched in the 7th. Portland tagged Stenerson with 2 runs in the 8th, and then Kenneth Johnson came out for Bellingham, pitched a perfect 1 2/3, but the damage was already done. Johnson finished his outing with 3 strikeouts. Bellingham's offense in the final 3 innings hit into a double play in all of the final 3 innings, and they fell to 8-6 on the year. Portland leapfrogs back in front of the 500 mark at 6-5. Bell's 4 hits last night came from Jake Lyle, Bryce Johnson, Noah Cassie, and Tristan Schaefer. So it sets up the rubber game in this one. It'll be Jordan Chancellor as the starting pitcher for Bellingham, and then for the Portland Pickles, Zach Fetchel. The Bellingham Bells taking their fielding positions here before the national anthems. We'll get you your starting lineups when we come back here on the Bells Radio Network. It's Game 3 between Portland and Bellingham. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.org. Federally insured by the NCUA. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
So we are set for Game 3 between the Portland Pickles and the Bellingham Bells here in a cross-divisional matchup of the West Coast League. The South Division Pickles enter the game at 6-5. The North Division Bellingham Bells at 8-6. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the visiting Pickles, Brady McKay, the shortstop, leads things off. Actually, check that. Masato Chilka is going to be leading things off. Brady McKay is going to bat second. These Pickles have swapped around their order between Chilka and McKay the last couple of days. So Chilka doing the leading off. McKay will follow. It's then Bryson Glasgow, the first baseman, starting behind him. Joel Roberts will be the DH batting cleanup. Braden Gutierrez starts in left and bats fifth. M.D. Connor back in the lineup. He's batting sixth out in right field. Mac Evans returns to the lineup for Portland. He's in center field batting seventh. And then Braden Burke, seeing him for the first time, he'll do the catching. Grafton Stroop finishes off the order at third base for the Pickles. Jordan Chancellor, the pitcher for Bellingham. Zach Fetchel, the pitcher for Portland. The Bells lineup is led off by the second baseman, Rashad Hayes. Jake Lyle, the DH, bats second. Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez starting in right, bats third. Matt Churchill back in the lineup cleaning up at first base. Noah Cassie behind him in left field. Dylan Moss, the catcher, bats sixth. Tyler Peschke, the Bells' third baseman for this one, behind Moss. That's because KG Hattori is going to be starting his first game as a Bellingham Bell at the shortstop spot in the 8th spot. Tristan Schaefer is the starting center fielder. As we get a look at Jordan Chancellor, the starting right-hander for Bellingham. Just one start as an opener for Utah Valley this year. Chancellor throws gas. He's got a fastball in the mid-90s. So we'll see how deep he goes into this ball game. You can't assume that he's going to be used all too deeply. This will be his first start of the year. 2 appearances and only 3 2/3 innings pitched. He's tossed a 1-inning outing against Kelowna and a 2 2/3 inning outing against Wenatchee. So set to go in our first day game here at Joe Martin Field. As Chilcutt leads things off. Started at center field last night, but he's back at second base where we saw him in game 1. So Chilcutt, the freshman out of Rice University, set to go against the Bells starting right-hander Jordan Chancellor. The number 40 on his back as a bunt flash by Chilcutt. Chancellor, the first pitch is ball 1. Bellingham in their all-white home uniforms. Portland Pickles with navy blue tops and gray bottoms. Chancellor's 1-0 to Chilcutt. Is in there for a strike, and he's on the board as he goes with the breaking pitch. Chilcutt last night a hit in 3 trips to the plate and also drew a walk in his 4 plate appearances. He was 1 for 3 overall in the game, drove in a run, struck out twice. 1 ball and 2 strikes on him to start this ball game on a Sunday afternoon at the ballpark. Chancellor, the right-handers, 1-2. Foul tip from Chilcutt to stay alive. The Pickles last night, 8 hits. They've had 17 hits through the first 2 games here at Joe Martin Field. Bell's only 4 hits. They've got 13 through the series thus far. 5-2 win for Bellingham to start the series on Friday. 6-0 win for the Pickles last night. A rubber game set up here. Jordan Chancellor trying to start it off right. 1-2 to Chilcutt. This is roped out to left field, and it's going to be over the head of Tristan Schaefer. Chilcutt has a 2-strike double standing in as the leadoff man gets extra bases against Chancellor to start the ball game. 95 miles an hour off the bat of Chilcutt there. And that was hit over the head of Cassie, the left fielder for Bellingham. Bell's on their defensive lineup from left to right in the infield is Tyler Peschke, KG Hattori, Rashad Hayes, Matt Churchill. Out in the outfield, it's Noah Cassie in left, Tristan Schaefer in center. Right field is Jorge Oliveira. Dylan Moss catches for Jordan Chancellor, the starter. Pickles get a double to start the ball game off the right-hander. Now Brady McKay up. Started in all 3 games of this series. He was 2 of 4 last night and drew a walk and drove in a run. Chancellor's 1-0. Fouled away by McKay. The Pickles shortstop headed to St. Mary's College this year out of Korean Lutheran High School. First summer ball experience for him. First time facing collegiate arms. Shortstop in a 1-ball, 1-strike count against Chancellor. Right-hander looks back at second base. Now comes home. McKay flashing bunt, but had to dip his knees to get out of the way of that one, up and in. Chancellor's 2-1 now to McKay. On the inside, missed high. Fastball velocity a little low for Chancellor from what we saw when he made a relief outing here at home against Wenatchee. He's throwing 95. Right now that fastball topped out at 91. Here's his 3-1. Swing and a miss for a strike. That one at 90. It's unfamiliar territory for Chancellor, who was only used once as an opener for Utah Valley this year against Air Force. April 14th, Chancellor pitched 2 innings to start that ball game. That's called a ball up and in, and McKay takes the walk to put 2 on for the Pickles with no outs. Chancellor surrendered 2 hits and a walk across his 2 innings in that start against Air Force. Just 1 run of damage against him of the 24 pitches he threw. Air Force ended up winning that ball game 5-4, but he was credited with no decision. So double and a walk for Portland to start the ball game. Bryson Glasgow to the plate, swinging at an inside pitch for strike 1. Chancellor only had a total of 6 games appeared for Utah Valley this year, just 5 2/3 innings for him. That came after redshirting last year. Glasgow sees strike 2, so Chancellor out in front of this dangerous first baseman. Seen the Pickles get a lot of production out of Glasgow here. His first series back in Portland. He was 1 of 3 yesterday with a walk. Drove in 1 run. Retired via a strikeout 1 time as well. The 0-2 misses upstairs and inside to Pickles first baseman, who's back at first after playing third yesterday. Grafton Stroop now taking the hot corner for Portland. And Chilcott off of second base, McKay off of first with no outs in the top of the first. Portland trying to get on the scoreboard early here. Chancellor hunting his first out of his start. Swing and a miss. He gets it via the strikeout, blows 90 past Glasgow for a swinging K and the first out in the ball game. Joel Roberts now will come up. The DH was 1 of 4 last night with a run driven in. He left 4 runners on base while at the plate. Bells will try and force him into an out, maybe a double play at every bag of the infield. With runners on first and second for the Pickles. First pitch to Roberts from Chancellor is missing high. It's been his miss so far early in this start for the Bells right-hander. Chancellor's fastball just a bit upstairs on these Pickles batters. The count is 1-0 against Roberts. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Chancellor steps off the rubber ahead of his 1-1. Today, a Saving Sundays at the park, presented by Industrial Credit Union, the first of the year. Runners going on the 1-1. Moss will throw to second, where Hayes was late to cover. And runners will steal both bags. The double steal by Portland puts 2 up into scoring position, takes away that double play chance via force out at least. Chilcott swipes third, McKay second. 2 into scoring position for Portland early. Fans get $2 off of tickets here on Saving Sundays. $2 popcorn, $3 hot dogs. $2 DQ dilly bars. I have no idea what that is. 2-1 fouled away by Roberts. If you've ever tried the dilly bar, let me know. Is that an ice cream sandwich? Dairy Queen? Roberts the DH in a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Early traffic for Chancellor. 2 in scoring position for Portland and just 1 out in the first inning. Infield shifted in for Bellingham. This one over the leap of Hattori at shortstop. Both runners coming in to score for Portland. And the Pickles have taken a 2-0 lead off of Roberts' 2 RBI knock here in the first. So Braden Gutierrez comes to the plate. Dylan Moss out to talk with Chancellor. Right-hander has been tagged early. Portland continues to swing it well here in this series. 2 hits in this inning and a walk. A double and a single spread across their 2 runs. 1 out and a runner on first for Portland. The visitors trying to take the rubber game here this 3-game set. It's a warm day here at the ballpark. One of the hottest days of the week in Bellingham so far as Moss pump fakes a back pick throw to first. After the pitch missed to Gutierrez. Wind blowing in towards home plate as it always is. In this ballpark, a southwest facing field. It's angled the wrong direction. Most ballparks are supposed to head northeast so that the sun does not set in the outfield in the hitter's eyes. Think about most of your ballparks that you have been to. Most of them either face east or north or somewhere in between. This one a southwest facing ballpark. This is popped up and back out of play. Not only with it just having the sun come into play, obviously that's not an issue here in a day game, but you get the breeze coming in towards home plate with the Puget Sound just off the coast of Bellingham here. We're not too far from the bay. If this ballpark faced the opposite way, you'd have wind at the back of some of these hitters. The runner's taken out for second. He is tagged out in time. Hayes got the tag on. Moss gets the throw. That's the second out in the inning on a caught stealing from Roberts. He's down for the second out, and the base is wiped clean. Two and one is the count on Gutierrez with now 2 outs in the top of the first. Chancellor deals home. It's popped back for a strike. 2-2. Two runs in, 2 down for Chancellor, the Bells starter. 2-1 breaking pitch missing high. Gutierrez, another start in left field for Portland. Back-to-back for him after catching the first game of the series. He was 1 of 4 last night with 2 runs scored. Full count right now for him, trying to extend the top of the first. Fifth batter, Chancellor facing. And he will take the second walk issued by Chancellor. So now 2 walks and 2 hits issued from the Bells starting right-hander. Put a base runner on for M.D. Connor, who's returning to the lineup after starting on Friday. He's out in right field. Before he faces Chancellor, there will be a mound visit from the Bells pitching coach Jim Clem. Not the ideal start here at the ballpark in the rubber game between these two squads, as Portland already out to a 2-0 lead for the Bells. 5 runs on Friday, no runs at home. Bells were shut out at home, something that hasn't happened this year. Bells haven't been shut out at all. Last night was the first time. And as it stands right now, not the ideal start here in this rubber game trying to take the series. Bells have only lost 1 series all year. That was here at home against Wenatchee. They've won both of their road series against the Kelowna Falcons and the Springfield Drifters, and then took the home series against the Nanaimo Night Owls earlier this week. This is game 6 of a 6-game homestand. Bells on the road after this, going to take on Port Angeles next week. Be back here at home over the weekend facing Kamloops. And then after a Monday off, also here at home facing those Port Angeles lefties. So back-to-back weeks against the lefties out of Port Angeles coming up for Bellingham. Off the inside, and that hit M.D. Connor. Looked like awkwardly got his hand, almost felt like he was sticking it out. Not trying to intentionally get hit, but just an awkward way for him to get hit by a pitch. Wasn't too far inside, but Connor crowding the plate, gets the hit by a pitch, and gets put at first base. And there's first and second on for Portland. Moss out onto the hill as they try and get things dialed up here between the battery. Right now the umpire is also talking with Jim Hopple of the Portland Pickles with the Bells trainer, but everything all right at first base, and he's going to stay there.
Next up to the Pickles from College of Southern Idaho, center fielder, number 23, Mac Evans.
So Evans, the sophomore out of the College of Southern Idaho. Trying to add to a 2-0 Portland lead with 2 outs. 5 base runners allowed by Chancellor in this first inning. Pitch low and away, back pick throw. Not competitive back there where Gutierrez was getting back to the second base bag. Chancellor talking to the field umpire. Interesting what the conversation might be there. And the Bells head coach Alan Regier is out. Doesn't look like it's to make a pitching change. Looks like they're checking in on Chancellor. And they are going to go to the bullpen. Chancellor going to exit here, and an early pull for Bell starter. Knew that he wouldn't go too long, but unexpected that he wouldn't go more than an inning. Seems like maybe, hopefully not something medical. So Chancellor's gone. They'll go to the bullpen. We'll be back in the top of the first inning. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Still in the top of the first inning, and Bellingham has gone to a relief pitcher. Cedric Henderson will make his debut as Jordan Chancellor can only get 2 outs in the inning. Looks like he exited after maybe some discomfort. His fastball velocity on his last pitch all the way down to 86 miles an hour, was shaking his arm as he walked off, so hopefully he's all right. As now it'll be Cedric Henderson, an incoming freshman for UCLA, taking over on the mound, wearing the number 24 here with the Bellingham Bells. It'll be his debut, and he's thrown into a 2-0 deficit with 2 runners on for Portland against the Pickles center fielder, Mac Evans. Henderson set for his first pitch as a Bellingham Bell. Inheriting a 1-0 count from Chancellor, and against Evans gets a strike at strike 1. The Berkeley High School senior helped Berkeley to a 21-5 record, but they got upset by Petaluma in the North Coast Section Championship opening round. Ball and a strike as Henderson misses. 92-mile-an-hour fastball for him, fresh out of high school throwing gas. Apparently there is some noise around him with a potential July draft pick for Henderson. So again, our first look at a high prospect potentially fresh out of high school. Henderson deals ball 3 low. Obviously, when you're throwing this high velocity fresh out of high school, you're going to get eyes on you. He had the second fastest fastball at the 2025 Perfect Game Sunshine Northern California Showcase. Gives up hard contact out to left. Cassie back to the wall, and that is off the top of the wall, and it's a home run. .94 miles an hour off the bat, goes a distance of 343, enough to clear that outfield wall, about 330 where he lifted it. And the Pickles have blown the game open in the first inning. It's now 4-0. Check that. It's 5-0. That was a 3-run shot. Oh, my goodness. So 5-0 the score for Portland after that home run. A rude meeting for Henderson. Now Brendan Burke gets the at-bat. So the first batter that Cedric Henderson faces as a Bellingham Bell, he gives up a 3-run homer. Evans had 6 home runs with Southern Idaho this year. He pimps that one here at Joe Martin Field. Tough ballpark to get the baseball out of, but on a hot day like this, in a day game, a little bit easier. Brendan Burke at the plate, the catcher out of the University of San Francisco. First look at him as he takes strike 2. Burke, 34 games this year with San Francisco, 28 of them starts. Off the inside of his bat, sound like it broke it, as KG, the shortstop, throws high, and a tag applied from Churchill saves the potential error and gets the Bells out of this disastrous first inning. We go to the bottom of 1. Bellingham trails 5-0. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Into the bottom of the first inning here at Joe Martin Field, and the Pickles have started off this rubber game between the two teams that played in the West Coast League Championship last year. Portland looking to take the series. They've started it strong, 5 runs in the first, capped off by a 3-run home run from Mac Evans. So now the starter, Zach Fetchel, to the bump for Portland, junior from Rice University. He's a right-hander wearing the number 92, and this year he threw just 7 1/3 innings for Rice. Was tagged for a .982 ERA in that time, surrendering 14 hits, but he controlled the baseball, just 2 walks in his 8 relief outings. Those 14 hits, 5 of them for extra bases. And that inflated ERA. Now Rashad Hayes will lead it off for Bellingham. He's back in the lineup, getting the start at second base. Hayes, a freshman from Stanford. 2 hits in 14 at-bats this year. One of those hits a double. He scored 6 runs in 17 games for the Cardinals. First pitch in there for a strike on Hayes. Second look in a Bell's uniform for him. First time leading off. He's in the bottom third of the order in his debut. Debuted on Friday here against Portland. A 5-2 win for Bellingham. One count coming home to Hayes. Chopped foul off left side. Strike. Fetchel on the mound, initially out of Texas, went to Vista Ridge High School. He's a returner with Portland after 3 starts and 5 relief outings last year. Fetchel tossed a total of 28 1/3 innings with a 3.18 ERA. Ball and 2 strikes on Hayes. Just missed it low and outside. Almost got a strikeout to start his outing, but it goes down as a good take for Hayes. Two. Hayes loses his bat. Goes up into the bleachers. And a flying hazard. You got a piece of the baseball. Hayes going to make sure that bat's all right. Might ask for a new one. Might ask for some extra sticky stuff on the grip. He's going to get that spray can from Jake Lyle. So Hayes stayed alive with the foul ball, but lost his bat. Nonetheless, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Fetchel comes home. Hayes thought about going, and they say he went. So it'll be a strikeout on the check swing.
Next up for Bells, from the Loyola Marymount University, designated hitter, number 14, Jake Lyle.
Jake Lyle to the plate. Bell's hitter with 1 knock of the 4 that Bellingham has as a team last night. So Lyle continues his good stretch. Now 3 straight games with a hit. Actually, check that's 4 straight after last night. Started his mini tear on the 10th against Nanaimo in the second game against those Night Owls. Went 2 of 3 on Thursday, 3 of 5 at the plate against the Pickles on Friday. After swinging and missing, it's a ball and a strike on Lyle. Fetchel's 1-1. Fouled off by Lyle for strike 2. One and 2 count on the Bells DH. 1 out. Fetchel's pitch is a fastball blown by Lyle at 94 miles an hour for his second straight strikeout.
From Vernon Junior College, right fielder, number 34, Jorge Olivera Gutierrez.
Jorge Olivera Gutierrez to the plate for his first at-bat. Starting in the opposite corner of the outfield. He's out and right with Cassie playing left. Bryce Johnson on the bench today for Bellingham. First pitch in there is strike 1 on Olivera. Fetchel having a really nice start to his outing. Pair of punch-outs. He's throwing heat. Got a nasty curveball as well. That time a dotted strike on the bottom of the black. It's 0-2, trying to punch out the side. Got a check swing strikeout on Hayes, a swing and miss strikeout on Lyle. Now an 0-2 coming home to Oliveira. This is lined out to center field. Evans back, though, and has it for the third out. It's a 1-2-3 frame pitch by Zach Fetchel. 5-0 the lead for Portland entering the second. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Back in Bellingham for the second inning against the Portland Pickles here in Game 3 of a 3-game set between last year's South Division champions and last year's North Division champs, the Bellingham Bells and Portland Pickles. Right now it's Portland holding a 5-0 lead, looking for vengeance of a championship loss to Bellingham last year. They took the game last night 6-0 and have carried over that momentum with a 5-run first inning and a scoreless inning pitched by their starter Fetchel to make it 5-0 into the second. As Cedric Henderson out there for his first free inning of work, inherited 2 runners on in the first and gave up a 3-run homer, just one of the runs credited against him, though. It finishes 2 outs for Chancellor in his start, giving up 2 hits, 2 walks, and 4 earned runs, with 1 hit batter mixed in there and only 1 strikeout for Chancellor. And the biggest concern about him is just the health-wise, hoping he's okay. Strike 1 dropped in on Grafton Stroop, who's leading off this inning for Portland. It's a familiar name for Bellingham fans. He was the final out in the West Coast League Championship game. Struck out against Colt Peterson in a 3-2 count with the tying and go-ahead runners on base down in Portland last year. Colt Peterson got him to swing and miss to cap the 2-1 championship win for the Bells last year. Stroop swings and misses for strike 2 against Henderson for Bellingham. Was in a 2-ball, 2-strike count to start the second. That one in the dirt, no chase from Stroop. No college stats this year for him. Most recently played 2025 at Western Oregon. Got 30 at-bats there. As he swings and misses for a strikeout to start the second in a good way for Henderson. Lineup card turns over to Masato Chilcutt. He doubled to start the ball game in the first off of Chancellor. Went on to steal third and score a run on the 2 RBI knock from Joel Roberts. First pitch swinging, weak pop-up to the second baseman Hayes in the infield, who makes the play. Brady McKay, after walking, stealing second, and scoring a run on that 2 RBI hit from Roberts, up for his second time. First time to face Henderson. Inside strike 1. The fastball, a 91 from Henderson, who's got a good live arm. Breaking pitch, no good for ball 1. Henderson did participate at the 2025 Perfect Game National Showcase. He misses high with ball 2. Two and 1 count. Swing and miss. Chilcutt chased outside. Couldn't catch up to the fastball. Henderson looking for a 1-2-3 frame. Here's his 2-2. Lined on the ground. Beshke makes the play and his throw to Churchill in time. It's a 5-3 grounder to cap a 1-2-3 second inning. 5-0 the lead for Portland when we return. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. So back into Bellingham at Joe Martin Field, where it's a 5-0 lead for the Portland Pickles after a 1-2-3 top half of the inning from Cedric Henderson. It'll be Zach Fetchel who retired the Bells 1-2-3 in the first inning, taking over back on the mound for Portland. Face the heart of Bellingham's order: Matt Churchill, Noah Cassie, and Dylan Moss. Matt Churchill will lead it off, the University of Puget Sound catcher / first baseman. Fetchel's first pitch is swung on and grounded to the third baseman Stroop, who will retire Churchill on just one pitch. Noah Cassie for his first at-bat of this ball game. Yesterday started at first base and went 104. Pitch in for ball one on Cassie. The only member of the Bells who was part of the championship batting lineup against Portland last August. Two returning pitchers, Lathan Haywood and Cal Young, as just the three returners for Bellingham this year. Fetchel on the bump, a returner. 3.18 was his ERA last summer. Had a 2-0 record for Portland. Through his 28 and a third innings, only 7 walks issued from him. And he struck out 24. It's a ball and 2 strikes after Cassie's foul ball. Fetchel a deep breath. He's already got 2 strikeouts. Now on a 1-2 to Cassie. It's up and inside for ball 2. Fastball at 93. It's hovered around those low to mid 90s for Fetchel. Rice University was Fetchel's third collegiate stop in his career. He's transferred every single season. 1 year of eligibility left for him. As Cassie takes the pitch inside for ball 3. Started his career in 2024 at Galveston College. Pitched 67 innings there with a 4.43 ERA in 13 starts and 3 relief outings. Fetchel at that time had 64 punchouts in 67 innings. Gets Cassie to roll over, a high chopper to Stroop. The third baseman barehanded, has to throw to first. Good job by him to get the play over there, but Cassie beat the throw, and he legs out the infield single. The Stanford catcher Dylan Moss, fresh out of IMG Academy, to the plate with a runner on first. Bell's just trying to start chipping these runs away, down 5-0 against Portland. They have to take quick time here to clear a baseball off the field. So Fetchel surrenders his first base runner as Bellingham gets their first hit on Cassie's infield single. Moss swings and foul tips strike one. Start his at bat. After spending his 2024 year at Galveston, Fetchel transferred to Texas Tech for his sophomore season. Pitched 4 2/3 innings in 3 relief appearances. With Texas Tech, gave up 5 runs on 4 hits and 6 walks. And then this past year, as you mentioned, with Rice University, the 7 1/3 innings where he gave up 14 hits and only 2 walks for a 9.82 ERA. He picks off to first where Cassie is safe. Diving back is the left fielder for Bellingham. Ball and a strike. Moss shoots this the opposite way out to right field. Connor was playing in, and it'll drop over his head. Bounces up against the wall. He's fumbling it around. Cassie will be held at third, and Moss has a one-out double.
Hey fans, that Bell's double just scored everyone a short stack of pancakes from IHOP as you exit the gates after the game. Next up for the Bells.
So a bit of life for Bellingham as they look to come back after going down early 5-0. And with one out, Tyler Peschke tries to drive in the Bells' first run of the game. Peschke playing third today with KG Hattori on deck, who's playing in his first game, taking the shortstop spot. First ball into Peschke is strike one at 94. Fetchel ticks it up a notch after giving up that double. Second and third for the Bells with 2 straight hits with 1 out in the inning. Bottom 2, they trail by 5. Peschke takes the breaking pitch for strike 2. Oh, 2 is chopped on the ground from Peschke. Shortstop McKay has a long throw, and it's not in time. Run-scoring single for Peschke that gets Bellingham their first run of the ball game, and it's 5-1 in the bottom of the second.
Next up for your Bells, from Cal Poly, shortstop number 11.
That ball bounced past Stroop, the third baseman. It was McKay to his right at shortstop that had to make a tough play. A bouncing throw to Glasgow at first was not in time. It's 3 straight hits for the Bells to plate their first run and have runners on the corners for KG Hattori making his debut. Kajiro is an incoming Cal Poly freshman out of Redondo Union High School, viewed as a top 500 national ranked prospect for his 2026 class. Batting from the left side with 1 out. First pitch gets popped up shallow left field in foul territory, but out of the reach of Stroop and Gutierrez from third and left field, who converge just off the left of your screen. And it's strike 1. So first pitch swinging for Hattori in a Bell's uniform. It's a foul ball for strike 1. Tristan Schaefer is the man on deck. Moss at third, Peschke at first. 3 straight hits off of Zach Fetchel after he retired the first 4 Bells that he faced. Now the right-hander against Hattori. Foul ball from Hattori for strike 2. He's wearing the number 11 for Bellingham. 0-2 on him, and his first at-bat is a Bell. First and third for Bellingham in the bottom of the second. The pitch is fouled away from Hattori, slicing off to the left side. Hattori, 2025 perfect game preseason, All-American second team in the California region. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, foul tip. He stays alive. Hattori shares the high school with Robbie Zimmerman, who we may see out of the bullpen here soon with Bellingham, both out of Redondo Union High School. No balls and 2 strikes on the shortstop. Petchel set with 1 out, first and third for the Bells. 5-1 the deficit. Pickoff throw to first where Peschke's back. Still 0-2 on the Bells shortstop. Lines it on the ground to the right side, foul. Yet to see a ball. He's fouled off everything as a strike, so still just 0-2 on him. Fetchel tries to find a way to put him away. Hattori in swing mode. The 0-2 again. This one off the left side, foul, and it gets out of play onto the grass hill. Making Fetchel work here is Hattori in his first at-bat as a Bell, an impressive one so far. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming here to him. Lined and foul off the right side. This is a hilarious at-bat. About to force double-digit pitches from Fetchel, and he's yet to see a ball. All foul balls, still 0-2. Still first and third for Bellingham. There's the first ball of the at-bat. It's ball 1 low. Tyler Peschke drove in the first run for Bellingham in this ball game just a batter ago. Now first and third with Dylan Moss at third base. Peschke at first. Foul ball from Hattori. Long at bat winds on for Hattori. Number 12 coming to the plate. Foul ball. Bell's dugout has started a KG chant. His first at bat as a Bell has been an eventful one. Ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 hit on the ground, right side, past the diving Glasgow. The second baseman Chilcutt stops it, but no one there to cover the bag. Now the throw goes to third where Peschke was trying to advance a bag, and he's out. Trying to steal an extra base there off the infield hit from Hattori. It's a run driven in for the Bells shortstop, but it does result in an out after the 4-5. That's the second out in the inning. Moss did score to make it 5-2. But a base running mistake by Pesky, and we saw plenty of those last night that burned the bells. It's part of the double plays, the 3 double plays in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings for Bellingham. Last night's 6-0 loss. Tristan Schaefer now up. He's been waiting in the on-deck circle a while as Petchel throws the first pitch and misses for ball 1. Swing and a miss from Schaefer. Pick off back to first where Hattori's at. One and one the count. Schaefer hits it off the right side, but fouls. His late swing sliced away from the fair line. 4 straight hits in the inning for Bellingham, but with the 4-5 putout on Hattori's knock, there's 2 outs in the second after Fetchel retired the leadoff man here in this frame. One-two breaking pitch outside to Schaefer for ball 2. Schaefer, the Bells center fielder, getting his first at-bat of the game. Two-two breaking pitch. Dropped in there for strike 3. Bells get 2 back in the second, but it's still 5-2 Portland when we return to Bellingham.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Third inning in Bellingham, 5-2 the lead for Portland. As Cedric Henderson is back out there for another inning for Bellingham after the starter, Jordan Chancellor, more of an opener, just went 2 outs. Cedric Henderson pitched a 1-2-3 second inning with the help of a strikeout. That's his first of his career here in the West Coast League. And the flame-throwing right-hander back up onto the hill to face the Pickles for the third. The offense gets 2 runs back in the second, so the bullpen's job, along with Henderson, is just to keep this ball game at a 3-run ball game and hope that Bellingham can continue to chip away. Obviously a tough task against these Pickles who have hit so well here in Bellingham throughout the series. Already 3 hits in this ball game, all coming back in the first off of Chancellor, and then the 3-run homer against Henderson. Glasgow struck out swinging in the first inning. Foul ball's the first pitch here in this one off of his leg, and takes a second to wrap back around to the right-handed batter's box. Swing and miss from Glasgow, strike 2. A good start to his at-bat to start the third for Cedric Henderson. 0-2, chopped foul from Glasgow, early swing off the inside of his bat. 0-2 to Glasgow. Inside near his feet for ball one. Swing and a miss at a pitch low. Moss will throw to first on the drop third strike. It's a punch out to start the third for Henderson. In back-to-back innings, he has started with a K. Joel Roberts, after driving in 2 runs on his single in the first, will get his second at-bat. He was caught stealing as part of the second out in the first inning. Began his collegiate career at San Joaquin Delta College, where he spent 2 seasons, won a redshirt as his true freshman year he redshirted. Then as a redshirt freshman played 45 games with a .273. Did not play this year with St. Mary's College of California. Hits this out to center field for Schaefer, who's back for the catch. Schaefer, the Bells center fielder, has his first put out of the game, and it's the second out in the third. 81 degrees here at the ballpark. A sunny day in Bellingham with no cloud coverage. It's beginning to feel like summer in the Pacific Northwest as Braden Gutierrez steps to the plate for Portland. He walked and scored in the first. The first pitch into him is strike one. Gutierrez also a Gael at St. Mary's College. Swings and misses at strike two. Henderson, after surrendering the 3-run bomb, sat down the last 6 Pickles he's faced. Deals an 0-2 to Gutierrez. Low and away. Left fielder leaves it for ball one. Gutierrez plenty pop to this bat. 2 home runs of just 5 hits with St. Mary's this year, and he finished his high school career at Stockdale with 21. Got to make contact to send it over the fence, and he swings and misses at that one for a strikeout. It's the third strikeout for Henderson, and another 1-2-3 inning pitched here in the third. We go bottom 3, 5-2, Portland's lead. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Bottom of the third inning in Bellingham, 5-2 the lead for Portland. Bells chipped away 2 in the second. We'll be looking to do much of the same here in the bottom of the third, as it's the top of the order leading off the third, and it'll be 1-2-3 due up, led off by Rashad Hayes, who struck out swinging against Fetchel in his first at-bat. One of the 3 punch-outs that Portland's right-hander has in his start, as Hayes takes the first pitch for ball one. Fetchel so far has surrendered 4 hits, all coming back in the 2-run second inning for Bellingham, yet to walk a batter, and has struck out 3. Hayes check swings for strike one. Think that fastball is in the zone either way. So 1-1 to start the bottom of the third inning. Hayes swings and lifts it to center field for Evans, who's back 5 feet in front of the warning track for the second out. It's a good swing, 97 off the bat of Hayes, but straight away to center, and he's retired to start the bottom of the third. Brings up Jake Lyle, who went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Lyle just finished a sophomore year at Loyola Marymount University, where he got just 96 at-bats. First pitch swinging, lofts this one to center field, and Evans has a pair of plays to make it 2 straight retired from Bellingham. Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez for the second time after lining out to Evans in center. He's looking for a 4-year opportunity after 2 JUCO years at Vernon. Trying to find his home for the next 2 years of his career, and plenty of pop to this bat, plenty of potential to it as well. Righty hitting outfielder out of Puerto Rico. Bats here for Bellingham with 2 outs. First pitch is low to him. It's ball 1. Breaking pitch is a strike. "20 games this year for Oliveira. Crushed the baseball, an .836 slugging in that limited time. Hits this a hard grounder, and Stroop had to dive for it. Goes off the edge of his glove, and Oliveira has a single that extends the third. Matt Churchill up after that 2-out single. Churchill grounded out to Stroop at third, who couldn't make that play on a dive. It was a bit of a late reaction from the Pickles third baseman. But it's the 5th hit of the ball game for Bellingham, who's out hitting Portland 5-3, but the scoreboard still has the Pickles in favored by 3. Churchill late on a swing for strike 1. 92 miles an hour down the middle past the first baseman of Bellingham. Churchill this year, 13 bombs, 7 doubles for a .571 slug with Puget Sound this year. He drove in 45 runs in 36 games. Foul tip from Churchill, and he's down 0-2. Fetchel trying to strand the 2-out single from Oliveira. Tosses his 0-2 home runner going as Churchill smokes this deep out to right field. Back is Gutierrez. It is gone. Churchill launches a 2-run shot in the third, and the Bells have cut it to a 5-4 deficit. .340 feet off of Matt Churchill's bat. An exit velo of 101 leaves the ballpark. It's the first home run for a Bellingham Bell here at home. Bells have gotten themselves some juice after going 5-0, 2 straight innings of 2-run baseball to make it 5-4. Now Noah Cassie comes up. And all of a sudden, Bellingham right back into this ball game against the right-hander Fetchel. And strike 1 to Noah Cassie. Now 6 hits off of Fetchel, and mentioned it in his collegiate stats. It's not the walks that have hurt him, but it has been the contact. We haven't seen a walk issued from him in this start, but 6 hits now for 4 runs against Fetchel. Ball and a strike on Cassie with 2 outs, already 2 in the third after Churchill's 2-run homer. Cassie takes ball 2. Pickles take a time here. It's a talk between Petchel and the first baseman, Glasgow, who had words for the right-hander. Those two teammates last year here in Portland. Petchel back up onto the hill in a 2-1 count against Cassie. Breaking pitch in there for strike 2. Five home runs for Matt Churchill as a freshman, 13 this last year as a sophomore. We see his first here at home as a Bellingham Bell go for a 2-run homer and make this a 1-run ball game. And now Noah Cassie can tie it with one swing. We know he's got plenty of pop. Hit 1 home run with Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, but had 25 at Mineral Area Junior College through 2 years. Hit 1 home run last year as a Bell. This is weakly flown to center field, and Evans will have his third putout in the inning, but the Bellingham Bells get 2 more across, and it's now 5-4. Bells right back into this game as we head to the 4th. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. So a brand new ball game here at Joe Martin Field as the Bells get 2 more runs in the 3rd inning off a 2-run homer from Matt Churchill to make it 5-4 Portland's lead. And it is Cedric Henderson back up onto the hill after 3 frames pitched from him, as the right-hander has really settled into his Bellingham Bells debut after being tagged for the 3-run homer back in the 1st against his very first batter faced. He's retired the last 7 Pickles, and he struck out 3 of them on his way to 2 scoreless frames of relief. He'll take over against the 6th, 7th, and 8th hitters for his 3rd fresh inning after getting the final out of 2 batters faced in the 1st. So looking to add to a 2 1/3 inning appearance of relief as he will face M.D. Connor of the Pickles. Matt Churchill, Bellingham Bell's first baseman, launched a 2-run home run in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, and right now there is a meeting between Alan Regier and the field umpire. Regier did not go out on the field. The field umpire actually came over to the Bells dugout. He's got his hat off. Coach Regier saying something. Now the field umpire heads back out to his position behind first base. Ready to go. Henderson set to go here in the 4th inning. And the first pitch to M.D. Connor is wide for ball 1. Two straight misses to Connor to start the 4th. Connor, a junior from the University of South Alabama. Strike 1 on a swing. He played 3 games off the bench this year, only got 1 at-bat for South Alabama. It was his first year there after a season at Dodge City Community College. And Connor initially began his career at Galveston College, where he was a teammate of the Pickles starter, Zach Fetchel. This grounder to Rashad Hayes is made at second base as Hayes charged to his right. After falling behind in the count, Henderson gets the first out in the fourth to bring up the center fielder, Mac Evans. Evans has spent both of his first 2 collegiate years at Southern Idaho. 54 games this year with a .325 batting average, and 45 games his freshman year with a .298. Shows bunt. Takes a pitch inside. Ball 1. That was the changeup from Henderson. He's a fastball changeup slider pitcher. As you see the 92-mile-an-hour fastball miss high and away. 2-0 on the Pickles center fielder. Swinging a pop back foul. Strike 1 on Evans. Evans has stayed in Idaho after graduating from Pocatello High School. Southern Idaho this year, 43-14, at a 17-7 record in the SWAC. Strike dropped in there to Evans, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Southern Idaho's season ended in the Region 18 tournament this year. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout from Henderson. He has looked awesome in this debut for Bellingham. Now 4 punch-outs for the right-hander. Brendan Burke for the second time after grounding out to Hattori at shortstop his last at-bat. Pickles catcher up. Henderson kicking quickly with 2 outs. Missing wide for ball 1. Burke is back in the West Coast League after 25 games last summer with Kamloops. With the North Paws, he hit .259. Hits this on the ground to Hayes, the second baseman, with a hop step to his right. Makes the play for another 1-2-3 inning. Despite the lone home run against Henderson, he's been perfect since, and it's 5-4 entering the bottom of the 4th in Bellingham. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Welcome back to afternoon baseball at Joe Martin Field. 5-4 the lead for the visiting Portland Pickles. After scoring 5 runs in the first inning, they've been shut down for the last 3 by Cedric Henderson. What an awesome debut for him. Started in a rough way, giving up the 3-run homer, but he's been perfect since. It's Zachary Fetchel who's on a bit of a slide after a perfect start in his first inning. He's now given up 2 runs in the last 2 frames to get Bellingham back in this ball game, only down by 1. And Dylan Moss leads things off for your Bells here in the 4th as Moss, Pesky, and Hattori will come up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First pitch to Dylan Moss to start the bottom of the 4th from Fetchel is high and inside. The fastball at 90 for ball 1. 57 pitches for Fetchel through 3 innings. And you got to imagine this is likely his last frame. Two straight misses on the inside to the catcher, Moss. Dylan Moss trying to follow in his brother's footsteps. Dean Moss, who was drafted 67th in the 2025 MLB draft last year by the Tampa Bay Rays. Breaking pitch, given a strike, low for strike one to Moss. Moss definitely on the track towards potentially being a draftee. He's headed to Stanford after being one of the top catchers in his 2026 class. He's ranked top 100 overall in the nation. Heading the count 3-1. He's participated in all those showcases that the top prospects go to. Perfect Game National Showcase, the All-American Classic, the Junior National Showcase. Yeah, big name here in Bellingham that we could be talking about in a few years. 3-1. He's forced to pop up to right center field. Shallow for Evans, who from center field went to his left. And Evans has now the last 4 straight putouts for Portland's defense, all 3 of them in the third, and gets the first in the fourth. Tyler Peschke up, an RBI hit in the second. Was out on a base running mistake from him. After an infield grounder from Hattori, he tried to advance the third and was thrown out. One of the Bell's 6 hits off of Fetchel in the right-hander start. Peschke fouls away the first pitch for strike one. Peschke headed to UCLA, also one of these guys to keep an eye on down the road. Of course, UCLA and the Bellingham Bells have had a good connection. Former Bellingham Bell Matt McClain, who attended UCLA, now playing in the big leagues with the Cincinnati Reds. Peschke 0-2 after 2 straight foul balls. Oh, and 2 on Peschke with 1 out. Fetchel's pitch to him is another foul ball. 3 straight outcomes that have been exactly the same. Fastball outside that Peschke chased. Fetchel with 3 strikeouts. Delivers an 0-2. Peschke lofts this one to left center field. Evans back, and who else but Mac Evans to make an out for the Pickles. 5 straight flyouts as results of outs across the 3rd and 4th innings to center field from Bellingham's batters. Of course, he had the single and 2-run homer between some of those putouts in the 3rd, but Fetchel can thank Evans for keeping him in this ball game, having all these outs out there in center. And now KG Hattori is up. What an at-bat for him last time. Fouled off double-digit pitches against Fetchel. First pitch into him is a ball wide. Bell's shortstop in his debut after taking ball 1 has seen 2 straight misses. It's not looking like that first at-bat we saw from him where he swung at the first 7 pitches, then took a ball, I think it was, or 8 or 7 pitches. Had a total of 9 foul balls in his at-bat. Lofts this one out to left field, so another Portland defender will get to play baseball as Gutierrez makes the catch. And we go to the 5th. 5-4 your score. Portland out in front of the Bells. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Back at Joe Martin Field for the fifth inning. You're listening to the Bells Radio. I'm Zen Hill, play-by-play man for all your Bells home games this year. We hope you're enjoying us from home. Plenty of ways to catch your Bellingham Bells online throughout the summer. We're live on YouTube at Bellingham Bells. We're live on Mixlr, on a radio format on Mixlr at Bellingham Bells. And then, of course, on the West Coast League Live app as well. We're working our way to getting our YouTube stream onto the West Coast League Live app as well. But right now, if you want to switch over to YouTube, check us out there if you're watching on the WCL Live app or however you prefer. We strongly recommend you to check out the new YouTube live stream. It's a new thing we implemented here during this 6-game homestand, and feels like it's been a lot of fun. Feels successful, at least for now, but obviously plenty of stuff to add to it and keep nailing down the details. As Grafton's Troop will lead off the fifth inning. Cedric Henderson has been perfect over his last 3 innings. First batter he faced got him for a 3-run homer as he inherited 2 base runners. But since then, he has retired the last 10 Portland batters he's faced. Stroop one of them on a strikeout that started the second. Now Stroop leading off the fifth for Portland. 1-2 pitch to him. Chases it for a strikeout. He's got 2 Ks in the game. And the man who was the final out in the West Coast League Championship game last year with a swinging miss strikeout has swung on and missed on 2 straight at-bats for strikeouts. And that turns the lineup card over back up to Masa Chilcutt. Chilcutt is 1 for 2 with a double. Chilcutt flashing bunt, but takes it back for a strike. Doubled in the first, popped up to Hayes in the infield in the second. Now back to the plate here in the fifth. Foul ball for strike 2, so an 0-2 start against this Burger batter. Chilcutt a 2.04 average with Rice University this year in 12 starts, 29 total games. The 0-2 from Henderson is upstairs for ball 1. Chilcutt was named USA Baseball's U15 and U12 teams throughout his growing up. Back in 2018, played on the U12 squad. 2021 was on the U15 national team. Foul ball from him, stays in 1-2. Came out of Johnson High School in Texas, where he was All-Texas 6A Division I twice on the second team. He's a collegiate teammate of the Pickles starter, Fetchel. Gets another foul ball to stay 1-2.
That foul ball is brought to you by Baron Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Ball and 2 strikes once again on Chilcutt. Henderson comes home with 1 out on the outside. It misses for ball 2. Two. Hit out to left, foul. Henderson trying to find a way to put away this batter. The right-hander's 1-out pitch is taken for a ball. Full count on Chilcutt. That one borderline. Now a payoff pitch to Chilcutt. Hits it on the ground to the shortstop, Hattori, who will throw to Churchill in time, and that retires Chilcutt.
Next up for the Pickles, number 70, Brady McKay.
Brings up Brady McKay trying to break this streak against Henderson. 12 straight retired by the Bell's right-hander. That one misses upstairs to McKay. McKay grounded out to third when he faced Henderson for the first time. After a first pitch miss, his 1-0 is swung on and missed at the slider for strike one. Two one after that miss inside. Gotta imagine there's a lot of eyes on Henderson for how he performs in this Summer Collegiate League as far as his career potentially being vaulted up to the next level in July. Last year there was a former Bell draft, or a current Bell and former Bell drafted. Ty Van Dyke was drafted while on the team. Henderson maybe could be one of those candidates. 2 balls and 2 strikes against Brady McKay. And despite just giving up the home run against his first batter, he's really settled in. 12 straight sat down for him. 5 strikeouts for the righty. Here's his 2-2. On the ground to Peschke. The third baseman throws high. Churchill tried to leap to grab it, but the wild throw is an error. And that'll snap the streak. Portland gets their first base runner since the first inning on the error. Glasgow's 0 of 2 with 2 strikeouts. It's been a rare 0 of 2 start to his day after finding 4 for 4 success on Friday. And then also yesterday picking up multiple hits and getting on base. All but just 2 times in this series. But he's 0 of 2 already today with 2 swinging strikeouts. 1 against Chancellor, 1 against Henderson. It's the pickoff throw to first has McKay still safe there. 1 steal for McKay already. Henderson misses to Glasgow for ball 1. Another pickoff throw where McKay is back safely. Anderson in his debut being stretched out here into the 5th, trying to pitch another scoreless inning. 5-4 the difference between Portland and Bellingham with the Bells trailing. Henderson delivers a 1-0 to Glasgow. That's ball 2. Strike 1 dropped in there on Portland's first baseman. $50 games with Portland last summer for Glasgow. This just his 3rd of 2026. He's played all 3 in the series here. 2-1, fouled back for strike 2. Glasgow not a stranger to getting on base as we've seen through this series. He had that 21-game on base streak last year, stretching from the start of July to the start of August. Pickoff throw back to McKay at first, who's still safe. 2-2 runner going. Swinging a foul ball, and McKay will go back to first base. '53 RBI in 50 games with the Pickles last summer for Glasgow. Played in 36 total games with Oregon State this year. Fouls off another one to stay in a 2-2 count. Began his career with a humble .233 batting average at Clackamas Community College. As a sophomore, became the NWAC South Player of the Year, hitting .438. Was second-team All-American. Vaulted up to the Division I level with the Beavers. 2-2 up and in, just missed to Glasgow. Full count now. Three-two payoff pitch. Runner going early. Glasgow shoots it foul off the right side, and he'll see it another. Scores with 2 outs after McKay reached on the error from Peschke at third base. That runner, McKay, now has a head start with 2 outs and a 3-2 count. And Churchill is going to come talk with Henderson. First baseman maybe got something as far as pickoff move or strategy, or just maybe some words of encouragement on how to put this batter away. Churchill seemingly saying something. See what the advice brings. Henderson's set in a 3-2. Pitches home, runner going, swing and a miss. Henderson caps another scoreless inning in the 5th. 4 straight pitched by the righty. Welcome to Bellingham. Henderson dominant out of the bullpen for the Bells, and it's 5-4. Pickles still leading. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Bottom of the 5th inning in Bellingham, and we have a new pitcher for Portland. Zach Fetchel done after a 4-inning start. Eli Solom, right-hander, wearing the number 44 to take over. Tristan Schaefer, bottom of the order hitter for the Bells, will lead things off here with Bellingham trailing 5-4 against the Portland Pickles. Rare matchup between these two teams. Don't usually play across divisions in the South and North divisions. Very limited matchups throughout a West Coast League summer where there's crossover between the two. Kind of makes for an interesting postseason when you get to the championship game because it's usually two teams that haven't seen each other all year, and that was the case last year when Bellingham traveled down to Portland to take on the Pickles. Those two teams had never seen each other, and it was the Bells who came out on top 2-1. Schaefer against the new arm, taking a strike. Eli Solom taking over after Fetchel's 4 innings where he surrendered 4 runs to Bellingham on 6 hits. Did not walk a batter and had 3 strikeouts. Two and one fouled away by Schaefer. 2 balls and 2 strikes on him. Solom has not pitched for Portland this summer, as he makes his debut against the Bells center fielder Tristan Schaefer, who entered the season on a 10-day contract but has stretched his Bells career here for a couple more games. Two and two taken away for a full count. Bells nearly have their entire position player roster with the team. The only hitter not yet to be in Bellingham is Jaden Jackson, who is an outfielder. You could imagine that is Schaefer's spot that he's coming for once he's in town. Schaefer, though, has been good defensively for Bellingham at center field out of Umpqua Community College. Has played his role nicely. Just shy of an everyday player for Bellingham. Center field, left field. 3 balls and 2 strikes on him. Schaefer in his 11th game for the Bells. Swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Schaefer retired on back-to-back strikeouts to begin his day, and it's the first strikeout for Solom, taking over for the 5th inning in relief. Rashad Hayes up 0 of 2 as the Bells lead off in this game. Flew out to center in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st. Faced the new arm for the first time. First pitch into Hayes is ball 1. The Bells' second baseman out of Stanford was from Bishop O'Dowd High School in the Oakland area before attending Stanford. Was rated as the number 10 shortstop in California. The number 35 overall prospect in the 2025 class. He played on the 12U USA national team. Participated in the 2019 World Cup in Taiwan. 12 years old in 2019. Hayes fouls it off for strike 2. Solom already one punch out in his first batter he faced here in the 5th. Now ahead of Hayes, 1 and 2. He pitches with 1 out and misses low. Ball 2. Stanford this year 28 and 26. We're 13 and 17 in the ACC. A couple of former Bells on that team. Colt Peterson, Brock Sell, Brady Reynolds. 2-2 high for ball 3. So full count after Hayes fell behind early. Now the payoff pitch to him is hit weakly. Back off the pitcher's glove. Barehand try, but dropped from Stroop. And we'll see the score. They'll give it a hit. Can't say I disagree with that one. It's Hayes' first of the game, 7th by Bellingham. Hayes is at first for Jake Lyle, looking to get his first knock of the game. He's gone 0 of 2, which has been a rare sight over the last couple of games for Bellingham. Ultra productive at the plate over the last 4 games for Lyle. He has been the star of this long homestand. Now he's up with 1 out, runner on first for Bellingham. Lyle represents the go-ahead run and fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Lyle doing the DHing today. As an 0-1 comes home to him. Outside strike framed for strike 2 on the 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Eli Solom. Last summer, Lyle was in the Pacific Empire League playing for the West Coast Kings for 22 games. First ever West Coast League action this summer. He's been great for the Bells. 0-2 after a foul ball from him. He's up in the Pacific Northwest after graduating from Marin Catholic High School, playing his first collegiate year at Cal State Northridge and his most recent at Loyola Marymount. The 0-2 to him is pulled. Good block behind the plate for Burke that keeps Hayes at first base. Solom got that pitch all the way up to 95, but couldn't locate it. Still a hard fastball. A couple of hard fastballs for these two Portland pitchers that we have seen, Fetchel and Solom. Lyle, one punch out in his 0-2 start to the day. Hayes going as this one's bounced in the dirt and Burke can't get it. So Hayes swipes second. The pitch being wild sure helped, but it will be credited as a steal for Hayes with him running before the pitch was wild. And he moves up into scoring position for Bellingham as the tying run. Lyle chops it on the ground in front of the shortstop, McKay, who will retire Lyle via a routine 6-3 groundout that Hayes stays at second on. And Oliveira will try and drive in the tying or go-ahead run. He represents that go-ahead run at the plate. After having a single in the third, he's 1 of 2. Went on to score a run off of the Matt Churchill 2-run homer back in the third inning. Solom on the mound trying to have a scoreless frame. Keep Portland in front by 1. Pitches home to Jorge, strike 1. Looking for a big swing, and Jorge, a guy that can deliver it. 7 bombs, 7 doubles this year. Last year in 2025, 10 bombs, 11 doubles with 55 runs driven in with Vernon. Sprayed out to right field and fair. That ball drops in front of Connor, and in to score is Hayes. Oliveira taking off for second, and he is safe in on a RBI double that ties the game at 5. So the game is tied for Matt Churchill, who launched a home run back in the third. 2 hits in the inning, and Oliveira gets it done with 2 outs to tie the ball game at 5, and the Pickles will have a mound visit with their new arm, Eli Solom. Hayes, after the 1-out single and a steal of second base, scores on Oliveira's second hit of the day. Oliveira now a single double, a run scored, and a run driven in to make it 5-5 as the Bells have made this a brand new ball game after falling down 5-0 in the very first inning. Wiped away a potential loss on Jordan Chancellor, the starter's record. And now it'll be the rest of this ball game to decide it. 4 1/3 innings left here on this Sunday afternoon edition of West Coast League Baseball. The Pickles and Bells. A rare matchup between two South and North Division squads. Deciding their 3-game set. How else to do it than a close game now tied at 5. Pickles the 6-0 win last night. A 5-2 win for Bellingham on Friday. We're even in the bottom of the 5th with 2 down. Matt Churchill taking ball 1 low. Churchill takes a strike. That was his, back in the third, that was his first home run as a Bellingham Bell. Churchill on the season batting .396 for the Bells, and he's now got 8 runs driven in. 1-1 fastball is low. 2-1 on the first baseman. That again at 95 from Solemn. The velocity didn't help him against Oliveira because it was a late swing that resulted in the base hit. Oliveira didn't have great contact on it, but enough to drive in the tying run. Churchill chops this on the ground, foul off the left side. Two-two, runner going on this one. It's bounced in the dirt, and Burke lost it as Oliveira takes third base on a steal. Now the go-ahead run for Bellingham, 90 feet shy of home plate. And a tie 5-5 ball game against Portland. Three-two hit on the ground. Diving stop for McKay at short. Long throw to first. He beats Churchill. And the game will remain tied at 5. Bells get another 5-5 heading into the 6th. Sixth inning in a tie ball game. It's 5-5 here at Joe Martin Field. It's a hot day here. Even our tech having a tough time getting through this heat up in the press box. 5-5 is your score as we go to the 6th. Robbie Zimmerman makes his debut for Bellingham. And a check swing from Joel Roberts will be his first batter. Strike one. So Zimmerman making his debut. It's big shoes to fill after Cedric Henderson's debut. Henderson ended up finishing 4 1/3 innings with just the one earned run against him after he gave up a 3-run homer. That was the only hit he allowed. Did not walk a batter and struck out 6. This on the ground, the left side. Roberts 0-2 in the hole against Zimmerman, who makes his debut. Zimmerman, an incoming freshman from Redondo Union High School, teammate of the shortstop behind him, KG Hattori. We're in the number 4, and before the pitch, it is stopped because Zimmerman was going too soon on his delivery. Swing and a miss from Roberts. Drop third strike. The throw down to first to Churchill to secure the out. Zimmerman punches out the first batter he faces.
Next up for the Pickles, number 89, Reggie Gutierrez.
Braden Gutierrez at the dish. First pitch swinging, flies it to right center field where Oliveira's to his right to make the catch. 2 up, 2 down for Robbie Zimmerman.
Next up for the Pickles, number 29, M.D. Connor.
M.D. Connor steps up. The right fielder is 0 of 1 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. Zimmerman dealing the first pitch in for strike 1. Connor swings and misses. Zimmerman with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Takes a pitch outside for ball 1. This one sprayed foul off the left side, strike 2. Zimmerman 2 up, 2 down in his debut here with Bellingham. A strikeout and a flyout to right field. One, 2 from the lefty. This one the opposite way to left field, where Noah Cassie moves to his right to cap off a 1-2-3 debut inning from Robbie Zimmerman. Bells and Pickles tied through 5.5. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Through 5.5 in Bellingham, it's Portland and Bellingham head-to-head in a rematch of the West Coast League Championship game a year ago. 5-5 is the tied score. For the Bells, it will be Cassie, Moss, and Peschke coming up in the inning. Bells got the tying run in on a RBI double from Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez back in the 5th inning. They've now scored 2 runs in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 5th to come back from a 5-0 deficit that Portland established in the 1st inning of this ball game. Noah Cassie will lead things off. He's 1 of 2, a single and a fly out to center field for his day. Cassie, the left fielder. First pitch in there for a ball. So Eli Solom pitches the 5th inning, allowing the 1 run that tied this game for Portland, and now the Pickles into their bullpen for their third arm of this game as Cassie chops it to Stroup, and it is low on the throw, bounces out of the glove. It's going to be an E5.
Next up for the Bells, number 10, Dylan Moss.
So the Pickles' second error of the ball game, or excuse me, first error of the ball game. Puts the leadoff man for Bellingham on and allows Dylan Moss to come up with the time or the go-ahead run at first. First pitch low in the dirt. Cassie taking off for second. The throwdown is late as he slid around it. And Cassie moves up 90 feet into scoring position. Ashton Boltron is on the mound for the Pickles. He's the reliever for his third time out of Portland's bullpen this summer. Has thrown 4 innings. And a pitch in the dirt. Burke has to block it. Two 2-0 the count on Moss, and another miss to him from Boltron, who is yet to surrender a run as a Pickle this summer. Boltron threw 4 innings of his 2 relief appearances, has a 1-0 record, and he's only allowed 1 walk. No hits, no runs against him, and 2 punch-outs for the righty. The 3-0 is a strike. So 3-1 on the Bells catcher Moss. Cassie the leadoff of first after he advances second on a wild pitch. Moss takes the walk on 5 pitches. The Bells get another man on, and first and second now. Tyler Peschke up 1 of 2 in this game. Drove in a run back in the second. Now trying to drive in the go-ahead run for Bellingham in the 6th. Peschke showing bunts and couldn't get it down. Would be the smart play here with 2 on. Try and move them both into scoring position. Take the double play out of order ahead of KG Hattori. See if he goes to lay it down again. He does, and fails to do so. It's another foul ball, so now 0-2. No 2 to Peschke, who swings and lines it out to right center field. That's a base hit. Coming in and scoring is Cassie. The Bells take a 6-5 lead on Peschke's second RBI of the day. They've rallied all the way back from down 5-0 from the first inning to now leading 6-5 in the 6th. Cassie scores after reaching on the error. Moss moves up to third from first. Runners on the corners for Bellingham after their 9th hit of the ball game. Man making his debut, KG Hattori, 1 of 2. Drove in a run in the second after a long at-bat. Picked up an infield single. 6 unanswered runs across for Bellingham against Portland to take a 6-5 lead here at the Joe. Hattori taking the first pitch low for a called ball 1. For Ashton Boltron, a guy who hadn't allowed anything in relief of his 2 appearances as a Pickle. surrendered the lead. This is chopped on the ground by Hattori. Could be a 2-ball. Chill cut to McKay for 1, and no throw to first base. So Hattori will get a fielder's choice RBI, and Bellingham leads it 7-5.
Number 5, Kristen Schaefer.
It's just the first out in the inning. Hattori will be at first as the only base runner. Moss scores. Now 2 across in the 6th, and the Bells have came all the way back to lead it. Before Tristan Schaefer's at bat, he is walking to the Bells dugout. Looks like Schaefer's going to be pinch hit for. Be a pinch hitter for Schaefer after 2 strikeouts. It's going to be Aspen Alexander.
Number 2, Aspen Alexander.
So Schaefer's day ends as an 0 of 2 bottom of the order hitter. We'll see if Alexander stays in center field. Have seen him play the outfield for Bellingham in this game, or not in this game, this season. And will be yet to be seen if he stays in center field. You have Cassie in left and Oliveira in right. 2 guys that haven't played center this year for Bellingham. But they're opting for Alexander's bat. So Hattori lead off of first, 2 in to score. Alexander taking the first pitch he sees low and inside. Looks like since the Bells were actually late to make the change between Schaefer and Alexander, there was actually a pitch clock violation on Alexander, so he is given a strike. So it's 1 ball and a strike despite seeing just 1 pitch. Crushes this one out to center field. Evans is back, though, to make the catch. That'll be the second out. Runner stays at first.
Next up for your Bells, number 20, Rashad Hayes.
Turns things over to Rashad Hayes, who had a single and scored in the 5th. It's part of this Bells comeback that sees them now in front of the Pickles, 7-5 leading. Two outs, Hayes swings at the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. A 1 runner going. They'll throw it on to second, well in time, and Hattori's out for the 3rd. So Hayes will lead off the 7th, but Bellingham takes a 7-5 lead over Portland as we go into the 7th inning here at Joe Martin Field. The comeback complete. Now can they hold on to the lead over the last 3 innings?
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union, proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
We are into the 7th inning here in Bellingham in the final game between the Portland Pickles and the Bellingham Bells. Cross-division matchup here in the West Coast League. A 7-5 lead for your Bells. 7 unanswered runs after Portland's 5-0 lead they took in the first inning. Bells have rallied all the way back to take the lead, and now chasing 9 more outs as we enter the 7th. Robbie Zimmerman, the lefty, went 1-2-3 in the 6th. Struck out the first batter he faced and then forced 2 flyouts. So the lefty out of Redondo Union High School will face the 7, 8, and 9 hitters of Portland here in this inning. The center fielder, Mac Evans, leads it off at a 3-run homer in the first inning. It's part of a 1 of 2 night for him, or day, I should say. It's our first day game of the year, not used to having that roll off the tongue. It's a Saving Sunday presented by Industrial Credit Union. You get $2 off your tickets, $2 popcorn at the snack bars, $3 hot dogs, and $2 DQ dilly bars. Zimmerman dealing after strike 1 to Evans. So it's ball 1, 2, and 1-1 against the leadoff man for the Pickles. Two one from the Bells lefty. Zimmerman misses high. 87 on that pitch. Bells' next home games will be against the Kamloops and North Paws on the 19th, 20th, and 21st of June. That's over the weekend. As Evans takes the free base to start off the 7th, and Portland will bring the tying run to the plate. And Brendan Burke. Bells will be playing a week from today on Father's Day against the North Paws. 1:35 that start time, another Saving Sunday. Burke is 0 of 2, first time that we're seeing him with the Pickles this summer. Pair of groundouts as he foul tips strike 1. He's grounded out to both middle infielders. Represents a tying run for the Pickles, who are trying to get their first run across since the very first inning where they went up 5-0. Skied to left center field. It's Aspen Alexander out there, newly in on defense after pinch hitting Tristan Schaefer, and Alexander makes the play routinely. You've seen him play in the outfield, played there in the road series up at Kelowna, but didn't play center field, was in the corner outfield. Pickles are going to go with a pinch hitter in the bottom of the order. Stroop strikes out twice, and it brings the sub, Branson Hong, in. So Zimmerman set with 1 out and a runner on first. The pinch bat, Hong, takes the first pitch for strike 1. Stroop with 2 swinging strikeouts has his day finished. Hong, who we've seen in both of the 2 games of this series, now up. Zimmerman, the lefty, deals from about the center of the rubber where he gets that back left foot settled. Looks in at the signs from Dylan Moss. Set with 2 strikes and 1 out. This one golfed on a swing on the outside of the zone to center field. Aspen Alexander making another play out there. The baseball finding him after entering the game on offense and now taking over center field and defense. Long just kind of stuck the bat out there on a pitch that was wide and lofted it to center, where Alexander has now recorded 2 straight putouts to have 2 outs in the top half of the 7th. Chilcutt at the plate, still representing Portland's tying run. They're down 7-5, and a swing and miss from Chilcutt gets his at-bat started. Chilcutt's 1 for 3 with a double. Has been retired his last 2 times to the plate. Looks at a ball low inside to him, the righty bat, against the lefty Zimmerman, whose only blemish is a leadoff walk to Evans in this inning through the 2 innings of relief that Zimmerman has pitched for Bellingham. One high, missing for ball 2. Cedric Henderson pitched 4 1/3 one-run innings. His last 4 of those were scoreless after a 4-run start from Jordan Chancellor. Now Zimmerman responsible of keeping the lead 7-5. This up the middle, off of Zimmerman's glove, redirected it to Hattori, who looked at second, now throws late to first, and the indecisiveness results in a base runner. So Chilcutt gets what's ruled an infield single. Evans moves up to second base, 2 on for the Pickles, with 2 outs. And Torrey, had he just thrown to first after fielding the ball, would have had a better chance of getting the out. McKay sticks his bat out there and fouls off strike 1. McKay 0 of 2 with a walk, run scored. Reached on an error in the 5th, but was left on base. Pickles have not plated a run since the very first inning. Looking to do so here in the 7th. Foul ball for McKay. He's down in an 0-2 hole. Zimmerman hunting his second strikeout in his second inning of relief. Oh, 2 on the shortstop for Portland. Zimmerman looking back at second with 2 runners on, and as he pitches, he's called for a violation. Pitch clock violation is a free ball. So 1-2, Zimmerman set after the violation. Now deals with 2 outs home. Low. Ball 2 to McKay. Zimmerman's 2-2. Taken for ball 3, and it's now a full count with the help of that pitch clock violation. An 0-2 count now turned full, and with 2 outs, both base runners will have an early lead. Good chance for McKay to drive in some runs here if he can get the bat on the ball for a base hit here with 2 outs. Swings and misses, though, and Zimmerman escapes it, leaves 2 on base, and Bellingham holds its 7-5 lead as we stretch in the 7th. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger,
and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Bottom 7, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, sung by Michael J. down on the field. Does it for every home game. He's been doing it for longer than I even know. Longer than I've been here, he's been for every home game. I think he's missed one. I think there was one game that he wasn't able to do it. See if the Bells can try and finish off a 7-5 win here to take the series over Portland. Right now entering the bottom of the 7th. Bells looking for some more insurance to that 2-run lead. They'll have to do it against a new arm as Luke Wallen takes over for the Pickles after Beltran finishes just 1 inning of relief, allows a walk and a hit with 2 runs scored against him, only one of them earned. Didn't strike out a batter. And now Wallen will be the 4th pitcher for these Pickles. Rashad Hayes will lead off. Leadoff man has functioned in that role now for every single inning he's come up to bat. He's been the leadoff man in the frame. So the Bells order working as you would expect the lineup card to work. You know, when you have the guy in the leadoff spot, you're guaranteed the first inning he leads off, not always the rest of the way through. But today, Hayes has been in that spot. Led off the first, striking out, led off the third, flying out, led off the 5th with a single. Now against Luke Wallen, he takes strike 1. Wallen, this will be his 3rd appearance for Portland of the summer. Last appeared on June 7th against Corvallis for an inning where he surrendered his first run of the season. Wallen has been used in the closing role for the Pickles. In the 2 appearances he's pitched in, he's picked up 2 saves, trying to keep the game at a 2-run game. Hayes takes the breaking ball inside for ball 1. Wallen on the year 3 total innings. He's had an 2-inning outing and a 1-inning outing. Has given up 2 hits and 1 walk for just 1 run, and has struck out 3. Strike 2 into Hayes. Bells have struck out 4 times at the plate. Hayes one of those times. The number 20 second baseman. Leading off this 7th inning, the Bells leading 7-5 over Portland. That one bounced in the dirt for ball 2. Two from Wallen. Oh, Hayes is plunked. Ouch. 90 miles an hour right on the shoulder. But hey, the leadoff man gets on, right? Way to wear it. Rashad Hayes is Bell's trying to add on to what is a 2-run lead. Leadoff man on base, a good way to try and manufacture that. And Jake Lyle coming to the plate. Looking to snap an 0-3 skid at the plate in this game. First pitch from Luke Wallen home to Lyle, who swings and misses. Strikeout, flyout, and a groundout for Lyle, the 3 times he's been retired. That hit batter against Hayes, the first batter that Wallen has hit this summer. One, 2 fouled away by Lyle and in an 0-2 hole to start his at-bat. Lyle hits the 0-2 well out to left field into the corner and foul, just bouncing off the wall past the pole.
just early on the breaking pitch. It was right in the wheelhouse, 99 miles an hour off the bat. And at a 328 distance, he had a chance that if that was in play, a little bit more loft under that swing, and we're talking about a 2-run homer. Oh, 2 on the outside, just missed. 91-mile-an-hour fastball from Wallen. Burke tried to frame. Runner going on the 1-2. It's strike 3. A strike him out. Not throw him out as Hayes is safe at second base. So he takes the steal, but Lyle goes down looking. Oliveira to the plate. Already 2 hits in this game. Single and a run scored in the 3rd. Double and a run driven in the 5th. And quick word between Burke, the catcher, and the pitcher, Wallen. Out of the at-bat against Oliveira, who they look to retire for just a second time in 4 trips to the plate. As Oliveira's looking to add to a big day at the plate. One out and a runner in scoring position for Bellingham. Oliveira swings at the first pitch and hits it foul for strike 1. Inside, nearly got him. He danced out of the way for ball 1. Already 1 hit batter in the inning against Hayes, the leadoff man, who's at second after stealing second base. 1 out in the 7th, a 7-5 lead for Bellingham, looking for a series win over the Pickles here. This is the rubber game between these two squads. They split their last 2 games, Friday and Saturday nights. That fastball mislowed Oliveira, and it's 2-1. Bells open the series with a 5-2 win. We're able to stave off the Pickles, who were rallying in the 9th inning, but Thrasher Steed earned the save. Last night, dominance from the Portland starter, Espinoza. And a 6-0 shutout win for Portland to even up the 3-game set at a game apiece. Now here deciding it in the bottom of the 7th, it's Bellingham leading 7-5. Runner at second, and Oliveira at the plate in a 3-1 count. Three-one. Hit on the ground to the shortstop, McKay. He'll throw to first for the second out. Matt Churchill responsible for a 2-run homer back in the 3rd inning. The Bells' 3rd and 4th runs of the ball game en route to this comeback that they've taken the lead over Portland after falling behind 5-0 early. Churchill last time grounded out to the shortstop, McKay. Two-out pitch flown to right field. Connor moving to his left near the foul line and will finish the 7th with a catch. When you go to the 8th, it's 7-5. Bells in front of the Pickles when we return. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Abilene Christian University, number 21, Everett Swain.
Bells go to their bullpen in the top of the 8th inning. It's Everett Swaim taking over. Swaim will relieve Robbie Zimmerman after 2 relief innings from the Bells left-hander. Zimmerman allowed 1 hit and a walk with no runs across against him. He struck out 2 as part of his scoreless relief outing. And we'll see a former Bell who's back with the team pitching here today. He pitched on the road at Springfield in extra innings. Everett Swaim also tossed here at home during the series against Nanaimo. As part of this long homestand, he's back up there for his 3rd relief appearance as a Bellingham Bell. Total of 5 innings. Junior from Abilene Christian University, who just threw 4 1/3 innings this year. Swaim starts us off here. 7-5 the score. Bellingham out in front of Portland. The first pitch, a ball from Swaim in his relief outing against Bryson Glasgow. Hits this one on the ground up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff single for the Pickles, and that's good news for them. They'll bring the tying run to the plate here in the 8th inning with no outs. Swaim pitched for the Bells in 2023 and 2024. Total of 54 1/3 innings as a Bellingham Bell. If you add this year, he's approaching 60 with this outing. He's had a couple of different stops in his collegiate career after coming out of Richmond, British Columbia. Pickles showing bunt from Roberts. Surprised tried to play for 1 here with you down by 2 in the 8th inning, but Portland sticking to their ways. Roberts 1 of 3, 2 runs driven in on his hit back in the 1st. Pickles haven't scored since the 1st inning when they plated 5. Scored those 5 runs on Roberts' single and then the 3-run homer from Evans. Roberts takes the ball inside, 1-1. Swaim began his collegiate career at Gonzaga. 2023, he pitched 9 games there, then redshirted in 2024. Transferred to Chandler Gilbert Community College as a sophomore. This is hit foul from Roberts for strike 2. And then after a year at Chandler Gilbert Community College, the junior year at Abilene Christian this past spring. One, two. Hit foul off the foot of Roberts. The ball trekked back to Swaim on the mound, but he'll toss it away and get a fresh one. Swaim just 4 1/3 innings this year. He gave up 10 runs in that time on 13 hits and 5 walks. Set in a 1-2, runner off of first. Portland's tying run at the plate in the 8th inning as they trail by 2. This hit foul off the right side. So still 1-2 on the Pickles designated hitter. Glasgow getting a single to lead off this inning. Snapped an 0-3 streak in the game at the plate where he had struck out 3 times. Glasgow now on base in all 3 of these games in Bellingham. His first series back in Portland has been successful, and now he's at first trying to be one of these comeback runs for the Pickles. Roberts flies it to shallow center. Alexander moving to his left is called off by Oliveira to his right, and the right fielder puts away Roberts for the first out in the 8th.
Next up for the Pickles, number 89, Braden Gutierrez.
Brings up Braden Gutierrez. The most innings that Swaim on the mound has thrown collegiately is 27 innings at Chandler Gilbert Community College in 2025. Made 18 appearances then and logged 2 saves, pitching a .533 ERA. As Braden Gutierrez at the plate takes what's called ball 1. Fastball just missed to Portland's left fielder. One 0 turns 2-0 after back-to-back misses on the fastball from Swaim high. Gutierrez 0 of 2 with a walk and a run scored. He has struck out and flown out since, reaching back in the first. It's the pickoff to first has Glasgow still there safely. Glasgow can run well for a first baseman. Juno Swaim set. First inning of relief for him. Pop foul off the right side from Gutierrez.
Foul ball. The Dominator Plumbing will foul. All Bears Plumbing today to schedule your service.
2 innings of relief against Nanaimo in the 11-10 victory. Comeback win for the Bells where they scored 7 in the 9th inning. That comeback gave Everett Swaim the win because he pitched the 8th and 9th innings then. It was his second win of the year after pitching an extra innings at Springfield for 3 frames in a 10-6 victory for the Bells. He has given up 3 hits and 3 runs. Only one of those runs have been earned, though, against Swaim, as he has struck out 5 in 5. This is shot foul the left away from Gutierrez, 2-2 still. 3 hits and 2 walks allowed to batters for Swaim. He hasn't hit anyone, but he has thrown 3 wild pitches. A 1.80 ERA. Looking for a solid outing here to hold on to a 7-5 lead. Right now he's given up the leadoff single. 1 out and a 2-2 count on Gutierrez. That one missed and a full count now from Swaim coming to the Pickles left fielder. Three-two. Strike 3 called, bottom shelf. He gets him looking, and it's the second out. Swaim's first punch out. And for the Bells, they have now struck out the Pickles 10 times. 1 strikeout from Chancellor, 6 from Henderson, 2 from Zimmerman, and now the 1 from Swaim, and 2 outs trying to strand this base runner in the 8th inning. Ahead of M.D. Connors at bat, it looks like Portland's making some sort of sub. It's not a pinch hitter, or maybe not a sub, just a conversation. Jim Hopple, the coach of the Pickles, talking with the home plate umpire. Everything fine as it is. Just trying to break Swaim out of his rhythm. He's retired the last 2 he's faced. Trying to ice him, in a sense, maybe. I don't know if that's what he was intending, but Swaim will go back up on the hill after a quick breath. Tying run still at the plate for Portland. Down 2, the runner on first. That one wild, and the runner will take second on a wild pitch. So a ball and no strikes on Connor after the wild miss. Connor's 0 of 3. Was hit by a pitch in the first and scored on the 3-run homer from Mac Evans. Low in the dirt for ball 2 on MD Connor. Evans, the batter on deck, looking to hurt Bellingham, and more than just the one way back in the first if it gets to him here. 2 outs in the 8th inning for Everett Swaim, who's dealing with a 7-5 lead right now on the mound. Comes home. Foul tip from Connor, strike 1. So 2-1 on Connor after that foul ball. Swaim's 2-out pitch. Fouled away again by Connor. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Struck out. Gutierrez looking for the second out in the 8th. Now has gotten Connor to a 2-strike count. 2 balls on him as well for the Portland right fielder in a 2-run lead for Bellingham. Here's a 2-2. Outside, full count to Connor. Leadoff single to Glasgow, fly out to right from Roberts. Gutierrez a strikeout. 3-2 pitch coming with 2 outs. Where baseball happens here in the top of the 8th inning. Swaim's payoff toss home is wide for ball 4. Now first and second for Portland for Mac Evans. Last time he came to the plate with 2 runners on, launched a 3-run homer over the left field wall. Mac Evans with the 3-run homer in the first inning capped the 5-run inning that Portland had to take the initial early lead. Now they've seen that lead diminish, and they've fallen behind by 2. But with 1 swing, he could give his team the lead for the second time in this ball game. Swaim set to face the righty with 2 outs, first and second on for the Pickles. Inside at Evans' hands for ball 1. The center fielder today, along with the 3-run homer, has struck out and walked. He's also been busy on defense in center field. Now he's got to do it with his bat, though. Trying to get another big swing for Portland in this game. Down the pipe, 88 fastball from Swaim for strike 1. Third stint in the Bells uniform for Everett Swaim, first since 2024. The right-hander's 1-1 pitch home. Outside, ball 2. Two one. Off the inside. Evans fouled it away. So 2-2. Swaim searching for another strike to try and strand these 2 base runners on. The tying run on base for Portland. The go-ahead run at the plate. In a 7-5 lead for Bellingham. Top 8, Swaim, his first inning of relief. He's given up a single and a walk. He's got 1 punch out. Trying to get number 2 here. 2-2. Just missed it outside with the fastball. Another full count. Runners will get a head start. A good chance for Evans to do damage here. Swaim's 3-2. Foul tipped by Evans. He'll see another one. Swaim set for another payoff pitch coming with two outs in the 8th. Go ahead, run at the dish in Evans. Here's the pitch to him. Another foul ball. It's making those base runners do some suicides as Glasgow and Connor head back to first and second base. Three-two in the top of the 8th. Swaim trying to put away Mac Evans. Another 2-out pitch. Hit hard out to center field, but Alexander back to his left will make a running grab. 2 left on base for Portland. Bottom of the 8th, Bells hoping for some insurance runs to add to this 7-5 lead when we return. Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells.
This is Noah Cassie. You're listening to Bells Radio, home of the 2025 WCL champs. Go Bells.
Bottom 8th inning here on the Bells Radio Network. You heard Noah Cassie say it, home of the 2025 champs after they beat the Portland Pickles 2-1 in the championship game last year. Now the rematch between those two programs here today has had to been a dramatic one. 1-1 in this 3-game series and a 5-0 lead for Portland. He thought the game was going to be all in their favor. Bells have scored 7 unanswered runs, and now Noah Cassie will lead things off for the Bells in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's been on base twice and has scored twice, reached on a single in the 2nd, an error in the 6th. Luke Wallen for his 2nd inning of relief for Portland as the right-hander pitched a scoreless 7th. Up and inside at Cassie's head for ball 1. The 7th inning was first scoreless frame pitched by the Pickles since the 4th. Bells have scored in 4 of the 7 innings tonight. And they hold a 7-5 lead over the Pickles. Strike given low against Cassie. 1-1 on the Bells left fielder. Wallen, a hit by pitch to lead off the 7th inning. We got the next 3 batters out. Strikeout, ground out, and a flyout forced. Cassie has to chase downstairs after seeing the fastball down low for a strike. He chased the changeup from Wallen. It's 1-2. One-two pitch to Cassie. Hit on the ground, chopping up the middle. That is going to escape into center field for a base hit. Not that you could see it, but that it did happen.
Next up for your Bells, number 10, Dylan Moss.
So the leadoff hit for Noah Cassie. It's the leadoff man here in the 8th inning. Bells trying to add to a 2-run lead ahead of Everett Swaim's 9th inning. Likely going to return, you'd assume. Try and close it out. 2-0 record for Swaim on the mound. Maybe trying to look for his first save over 6 outs. As Dylan Moss takes a fastball at 90 miles an hour from Wallen for strike 1 down the middle. Moss is 1 of 2 with a double and a walk. He's scored both times he's been on base. He's part of a 7-run performance for Bellingham in this one. There's a swing and a miss from Moss, 0-2.
0-2 off the inside of Moss's bat. This also weakly hit through the middle. And deja vu in the last 2 at-bats for Bellingham. It's back-to-back ground ball singles up the middle for 2 runners on in the 8th inning. Unlucky break for Luke Wallen, who got the weak contact off of Moss's bat, but now Tyler Peschke, who already has 2 RBI in this game on 2 hits, is now up. Showing bunt, failed to do it last time and fails to do it on his first try here. He came up with 2 runners on in the 6th, tried to bunt 2 times, fouled both of them off, and then delivered an RBI single with 2 strikes. Now up again with 2 on. Tried to bunt the first time to get the runners up into scoring position, both of them. Lays this one down, back to the pitcher, Wallen. So Peschke able to lay down the sacrifice. And it puts Cassie up to third and Moss to second. 2 into scoring position for KG Hattori. 4th time the charm there for Tyler Peschke on his bunt tries. And Hattori is 1 of 3. Hit an RBI single in the 2nd inning after a long at-bat against the starter Zach Fetchel for Portland, now facing Luke Wallen for the first time, who's in his 2nd inning of relief for the Pickles. No one warming up in their bullpen. Infield drawn in for Portland as Hattori, the shortstop, takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. Hattori headed to Cal Poly, program that had a good season this year. 1-0 hit on the ground to the infielder McKay. Runner heading home, and Cassie, the throw is offline, and Cassie slides in safe as Hattori drives one in on a fielder's choice.
Next up, number 2, Aspen Alexander.
It was an aggressive run home for Cassie, but with the throw offline from McKay to Burke, it results in a run. Now runners on the corners as Moss also moved up to third base. Looking for more insurance than just the 1 run. Why not? Sacrifice to the outfield from Aspen Alexander. Could score a run. Came off the bench for Tristan Schaefer and lifted one to center field. If he can do that again, he'll score a run. First pitch strike in there on Alexander. It's Moss at third base. Hattori at first. 1 run across in the 8th. It's now 8-5. Bellingham in front of Portland. Alexander lofts this to center field. And right center is where Evans makes the grab, and Moss will easily tag up and score on the sac fly. Perfect out there from Alexander. Perfect at bat to get the run in as Moss scores. And it's now 9-5. Bell's in front. Another 2-run inning. Back to the top of the order in Rashad Hayes. Hattori off of first base. Hayes at the plate for the 5th time in this game. First pitch swinging on a line out to right field. That drops in for a base hit. 3rd of the inning for Bellingham, and their 2-run frame continues with 2 outs. It's a 2nd hit for Hayes. And Jake Lyle's up. He is one of 2 Bells to not reach in this game, if you count that 9 spot between Schaefer and Alexander both not reaching. Alexander did have the productive sacrifice fly. Lyle looking for a productive 5th time to the plate. This hit by Lyle out to center. Grabbed by Evans, and that finishes the 8th. Bells pull in front 9-5 as we go to the 9th inning here at Joe Martin Field. When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the
So it is the ninth inning at Joe Martin Field, a day game here at the ballpark, and the Bells have taken a 9-5 lead after 2 runs in the 8th inning. 9 straight scored by Bellingham's offense after Portland scored 5 in the first inning. And Aiden Collin will take over, looking to close out the win for the Bells. Everett Swaim goes just the lone 8th inning. Swaim pitches a scoreless 8th, allowing 1 hit and a walk, picks up a strikeout, and left 2 runners on base from the Pickles. Collin, a right-hander out of Cal State San Bernardino, looking for 3 more outs to get a series win over Portland. This will be the 4th relief outing for Collin in a Bells uniform. The number 36 right-hander enters this with a 5.40 ERA through 5 innings. He's given up 5 hits and 5 walks for 4 runs, 3 of them earned, with 3 strikeouts in 3 appearances. Able to get a strike on his 88-mile-an-hour fastball in there for strike 1 on Brendan Burke. And the catcher is 0 of 3 in this game. That one pulled for a ball. Collin joins a long list of former Coyotes to come to Bellingham for a summer. Last year, Carter Herrera and Devin Hernandez, both members of the championship team. 2-1 swing and miss for strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes, the right-hander against Burke. Comes home against his leadoff man in the 9th, and it's a foul ball from Burke to stay alive. Collin 12 and 2/3 innings this year. 2 of those starts, 9 of those out of the bullpen. Had an 11.37 ERA with a 3.07 batting average versus. Two from Collin. Burke fights it off foul again. Fastball upstairs that he's underneath. This was Collin's junior year with Cal State San Bernardino. His first, though, with the Coyotes. Ground ball foul off the left side. Collin began his career at Cal State Northridge in 2024, then transferred to Santa Ana College. It's 2-2. Oh. Dangerous one in there on Burke, and maybe Bellingham arguing that he swung. Field umpire telling the Bells dugout to hold on for a second because he's got something to say to the home plate umpire. It could be a swing with him diving out of the way. Still, even though you have to move out of the way, you got to keep the bat from going around. And maybe a foul ball. If it made any contact, couldn't really tell on the naked eye watch. So it's a foul ball is what the ruling is. So it made contact off of Burke's bat. And he'll go back into the batter's box. Portland's head coach Jim Hopple out to get the explanation himself. So now ready for play after the conversation. And Colin back up onto the mound. Not a save opportunity with a 4-run difference, but still trying to lock down this victory, trying to lock down this series win in the championship rematch between Bellingham and Portland. 2 balls and 2 strikes as the pitch comes home to Burke. He swings and misses for a strikeout. And after all that jibber jabber, it's a swinging strikeout. The first for Colin as he sits down his first batter. And now we'll face Branson Hong, who came in as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning and flew out to center. Branson Hong, a lefty bat to face the right-hander Colin. And Colin last summer was a Port Angeles lefty for 14 innings. He had a .257 ERA. Next team that Bellingham will see is Colin's former. The Port Angeles lefties on the road Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for Bellingham before being back home against the Kamloops Northpaws to close out next weekend on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hong looks at a strike low, 1-1, the fastball down there. Bells had a 6-game homestand here, 6 straight days. Their next homestand will be 6 straight games through 7 days, though, the day off in between the 2 series on Monday. That's a strike again on Hong. Couple of fastballs on the bottom shelf of the strike zone to get Colin ahead of the 9-order hitter for Portland, 1-2. Colin home, 1-2, fouled off. Collins 1-2. Hit on the ground to the shortstop, Hattori to his left. He throws in a straight line to Churchill for the second out.
Today's Dairy Queen burger batter, number 49, Masa Chilcutt.
Masa Chilcutt now up, responsible for 2 of Portland's 5 hits, a double and a single. 2 of 4 overall in the day. Colin deals in strike 1 low. Right-hander's 2-out pitch. Fouled away, 0-2. Colin looking to cap a series here over Portland. Bellingham trying to take down the Pickles. The rare matchup between the 2 teams, featuring the 2 championship teams from last year. It's been an even 1-1 split through 2. This thoroughbred game, potentially the final pitch. As Colin deals home in an 0-2, fouled away by Chilcutt. He'll see another pitch. Bellingham started this game in danger, down 5-0. Looked like it might be a blowout win for the Pickles after taking a 6-0 win last night. They had all the momentum going up 5-0 in the first, but Bellingham chipped away. They've scored 9 straight unanswered. Now are a strike away from the series win. The 0-2 hit out to shallow right field. Oliveira charging in, and it's a foul ball. So there'll be another pitch thrown to Chilcutt after that one just sliced away. A win today means the Bells would have won all but one series to start the year. Be their 4th series win if they take down Portland here with one more strike. The only series loss coming to Wenatchee in the first home series of the season. They've beaten Kelowna, Springfield, Nanaimo in 3-game sets. Now trying to do it against the South Division Portland Pickles. No 2 coming to Chilcutt. Inside, did he go? They say he didn't go around. 1-2 on Chilcutt. One, two. Chilcutt, shallow pop fly right side. Oliveira charging. Hayes converging with him, and just off the right of your screen, no one able to make the play. And hopefully every Bellingham Bell is okay out there. Oliveira from right, Hayes from second, and Churchill from first all sprinted to try and get that foul ball, but Chilcutt stays alive after no one made the play. Chilcutt keeping the Pickles alive for now. Still down to his last strike. 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Aiden Collin trying to shut down this win with a 4-run lead. 1 strikeout for him. 1-2. Fouled off by Chilcutt again, making it a tough out. Chilcutt has not struck out tonight. His 2 outs have been a weak pop-up to the infield and a ground ball to the shortstop, Torrey. Collins 1-2. Down low, didn't catch the zone. Ball 2. Deuce is wild in the 9th. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Collins pitch. Popped into the air, should do it. Hattori in his debut at the shortstop position squeezes the final out of the ball game, and history has repeated itself. Bellingham takes down Portland in a 3-game set. Portland comes into Joe Martin Field, steals the 2nd game of this 3-game series, but Bellingham wins the bookending games with a 5-2 win back on Friday, a 9-5 win here in this day game. And what a great win by Bellingham all around, rallying after the 5-0 deficit. Everyone after the rough start was great. Cedric Henderson, despite giving up the 3-run homer, had 4 great innings after that. And then Robbie Zimmerman, Everett Swaim, and Aiden Collin all pitched it scoreless. Bellingham's offense gets 9 runs here at home. Just 3 innings where the Bells didn't score in the 8 that they came to the plate. And a 9-5 win sends the Bells into an off day and then a road series at Port Angeles. They'll be against the lefties for 3 games before coming back home and taking on the Kamloops North Paws at Friday. 6:35 is the next time we'll see you here at home. That'll be a 6-game homestand with Friday, Saturday, and Sunday here on the Bells Radio Network, followed by an off day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the 23rd, 24th, and 5th. The Bells hosting the Port Angeles Lefties then as well. Bells get a quality win to take the series. Now just 1 series loss on the year. It came to Wenatchee here at home in the home opening series, but Bellingham with the win, improving now to 9-6 on the year. Portland an even 6-6 after 3 games here in Bellingham. And I guess we'll see everyone here on the Bells Radio Network this Friday, 6:35 on the 19th against the Kamloops and North Paws. We'll see everyone then We'll go around the West Coast League and look at the stats when we return on the Bells postgame show. Thanks for joining us for this ball game. I'm Zen Hill, and we'll see you in the postgame show.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union, proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Back here in Bellingham, Washington, where the Bellingham Bells have claimed a series win over the Portland Pickles of the South Division after taking a 9-5 win here in this day game at the ballpark. Look at your individual stats first for the visiting Portland Pickles. Master Chilcutt, 2 of 5 at the plate with a double and a run scored. Brady McKay walked and scored. Bryson Glasgow was 1 for 4. Joel Roberts also that line. He had 2 runs driven in along with his hits. Braden Gutierrez, 1 walk and a run scored. M.D. Connor, also that line with a walk and a run scored. Mac Evans, the 3-run homer for him, his only hit, and his 3 runs driven in, also drew a walk. And that was it for the 5 hits for Portland in this game. Zach Fetchel, the starter, went 4 innings, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. He did not earn the loss, though. That was Ashton Boltron, who pitched the 6th inning where the Bells overtook Portland with a 2-run inning. That meant that Robbie Zimmerman got the win, his first of the year in the debut for Bellingham. The pitching started with Jordan Chancellor, who only got 2 outs before leaving with an injury. And then Cedric Henderson entered after a couple of runs already across, 2 of them, and then Henderson allowed a 3-run homer to Evans. After that, though, Henderson pitched the next 4 innings scoreless, only allowed 1 base runner, and that was on an error. Didn't give up a hit or a walk aside from the home run or a run or anything. He had 6 strikeouts, so it was a good performance by him, regardless of the 3-run homer. Sent things to Robbie Zimmerman for 2 innings of relief, who picked up the win pitching in the 6th and 7th innings. Zimmerman walked 1, gave up 1 hit, no runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Everett Swaim pitched the 8th inning with a single and a walk allowed with 1 punch out, and then Aiden Collin faced the minimum in the 9th, striking out 1 and allowing nothing on the board as Bellingham took the win over Portland. As far as batters for the Bells, Rashad Hayes, the leadoff man, was 2 for 4 with a run scored. Also swiped 2 bags. Jorge Oliveira Gutierrez went 2 of 4 with an RBI, a double, and a run scored. Matt Churchill launched a 2-run homer, his first of the year. That was his lone hit. Noah Cassie was 2 for 4 at the plate with 3 runs scored.
Dylan Moss also had 2 hits. He was 2 of 3. Drew a walk, had a double, and scored 3 times. Tyler Peschke was 2 for 3 with 2 runs driven in. KG Hattori in his debut, 1 for 4, but 3 RBI. Knocked in a couple runs on some fielders' choices. And then Aspen Alexander with a run driven in on a sacrifice fly as the 9 in. So the Bells take the win to earn the series, bookending wins on Friday and Sunday here in the Pickles series. They'll face Port Angeles on the road 16th, 17th, and 18th, and be here at home next on the 19th. Let's look at the West Coast League's live scores right now. Edmonton took a 11-4 win over Yakima Valley. That's final. Walla Walla on the road beat Kamloops 8-5. That's a final. Victoria beat the Springfield Drifters 9-1 at home, so the Harbor Cats won that game. And Kelowna beat the Port Angeles Lefties 8-0. Games in action right now. Top of the 9th inning, Nanaimo leads Wenatchee at home as the Night Owls at home up 16-9 over the North's top team. Games getting started for the afternoon slate. Marion and Ridgefield head-to-head just in the top of the first. Same with Bend and Corvallis. Some West Coast League action going on. We thank you for joining us at the ballpark for another edition of Bellingham Bells baseball in the summer, and it's another series win. Just one series lost, and it came here at home against Wenatchee. But we will see you back home for another 6-game homestand. Bellingham Bells taking on Kamloops on Friday, then 3 games after that against the Port Angeles Lefties. Follow your Bells on the road on social media at Beham Bells. Also check the Bellingham Bells website for your recaps after the games online, and then tune into the Bells radio network here when they're back home. We'll see you then, and have a good night.